Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I want to review this gorgeous wig for you, which is called Peerless 22 by Belle Tress in the color Tres Leches Blonde. If you want to know how the color is composed, what special features she has, how the cap looks from the inside, and how I plan to wear her, then stick around and let's get started. So Peerless has been around for a while, and there are actually three different lengths available in this style, the Peerless 14, 18, and 22. And when I was looking around through the Belle Tress styles I haven't tried yet, and especially from the Cafe collection, which I still love very much, I came across this Peerless here that didn't actually catch my eye in the past. Maybe because it's a middle part style, or maybe since it's not such a bombshell look, but I was just looking through the styles and found a short from my fellow YouTuber, It's Alexis, that's how she calls herself on Instagram. And she has this short where she shows a really great half updo with exactly this style. And I thought, wow, that looks so amazing. I want to do exactly that. And that is how I plan on wearing her. But I first wanted to show her to you straight out of the box as she comes. And of course, I will also show you that updo at the end of the video. It's definitely a very up-to-date style. I'm not sure about the US, but over here in Germany or Europe, I would say all the young girls below 25 look more or less like this. They all have long, mostly straight hair or just soft waves and a middle part. That's something that has been the rage for the last couple of years. And so I think you would look really up to date when you wear this style like this. Not exactly the half updo I plan on doing. I haven't seen that on any young girl. But I absolutely love it, and that's how I plan on wearing it, and so I will definitely drop out of that very up-to-date look, unfortunately. Now, the style has been around for a couple of years, and I know there are tons of reviews on this one, or also comparisons on all three styles. When I compared them, I liked them all, but preferred the longest version most since, in my opinion, it has the best wave pattern of them all. Now, Alexis, who showed the updo, even has one with a nicer curl or wave pattern, in my opinion. It has smaller waves and more of them, it seems. Mine is pretty straight at the ends, but luckily, this is a heat-friendly style, so I can easily add some more waves if I want to. But it also shows that the wave and curl patterns always vary on these styles, and you hardly ever get the same curl or wave pattern when you get a wig. Even when you already had one and get a new one, it might have a different curl or wave pattern, but that's how it is, unfortunately. Now, since this one is from the Cafe collection, it features a temple-to-temple lace front that is not extended and a middle monofilament or lace part. And as always, I'm going to show you this from up close. And the lace front is done really well. As you can see, it has highlights here right at the hairline, which is something I like. And of course, it also has those seams where the lace meets the cap here. But since you have these curtain bangs and those beautiful layers, and I intend on always wearing the bangs like this, it doesn't really matter. And it was something I knew from seeing the other reviews. The lace part is not really to my liking, as so many times with the old Cafe collection styles. I think it's knotted way too densely. And what I did is I didn't, as usual, pluck the part. Since in the past I noticed that it doesn't look as good and realistic when you pluck the part, since there's always some darker parts or knots or something left at the part, and it still doesn't look as good. But this time what I did is I used some highlighter, bright eyeshadow, and I dabbed it onto the lace from underneath. And also here with a brush, I patted it on to give that more scalp-like appearance and make it look more realistic, and I'm okay with how it looks. I also have to say that Belle Tress really stepped up their game, and their new lace fronts and lace parts or mono tops on the City and the Luxe collection are just done really, really well and really look great. So when you get a style from the Cafe collection, this is just something you have to know and keep in mind. All right, now let me show her to you from all sides, and after that, of course, also outside in natural daylight. So, how do you like Peerless 22? Is she something you like? Do you like these long styles? How do you like the wave pattern? Do you maybe have her, or is she on your wish list? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know. Now, the cap fits average to large. Belle Tress always used to fit quite large in the Cafe collection, and this one here is no exception. It has quite some stretch. I would say it runs large. I didn't have to do anything with the adjusters. I just noticed when I put her on that there's quite some room and stretchiness. So even with a larger head circumference, you probably won't have any problems with this style here. And as always, let's have a look at the cap from the inside. So here's the cap from the inside. Here you can see the lace front that is not extended and that middle lace part. You can also see where I added the highlighter or eyeshadow to create a more realistic look. Then she has felt covered ear tabs with the metal stays inside. The rest of the cap is open wefted. She has a standard nape that is not extended and the typical Belle Tress pull strap adjusters. All in all, this is a well-made cap. Now the fibers, like I said, are heat defined, which means they don't shine as much as the regular synthetic, and you can use your heat tools to change and alter the style if you like. You can flat iron it, straighten it, or put other waves or curls into it if you like. And these fibers from the Cafe collection, as I always said, are the best on the market. They are extremely soft, and so are the ones of Peerless 22. Now, when it comes to permatease, there is hardly any permatease at all, as always with Belle Tress. There is more on this style. I've had other styles from the Cafe collection where there was no permatease at all, but this is really the bare minimum. There's a little bit at the nape and also on the sides, but just a tiny little bit. So I guess you could say there's hardly any permatease, but still I can feel a little bit, but I think it still looks really natural, and I absolutely don't mind that. All right, now let's have a look at that beautiful color outside in natural daylight. Now, isn't that color just gorgeous? You know, I always can't make up my mind between my favorite blondes, which is the Butterbeer Blonde and Tres Leches Blonde from the Cafe collection. This time I chose the Tres Leches Blonde. The difference is the Butterbeer Blonde is a little warmer. It has more lowlights, whereas the Tres Leches Blonde is creamier and a little bit lighter. And this time I chose the Tres Leches Blonde, which has the color codes 10, 16, 88, 8R. And Belle Tress describes the color as an evenly blended honey blonde, subtle hints of golden blonde, and ash blonde with a medium golden brown root. If we have a short look at the color codes, the 10 is a medium golden brown. It's probably in there somewhere. I would rather see that on the root, but not in the style, but if they say so, this must be in there. Now the 16 is a honey blonde they are talking about. The 88 is called lightest blonde or platinum white, which is a very light kind of platinum they use a lot to do highlights. And I think you can definitely see that, especially here at the hairline. This is the 88 they're talking about. And then there is the 8 root. And the 8 is a light chestnut brown. It's the same color they also use on Butterbeer Blonde and on Shaded Biscuit, my favorite blonde from Raquel Welch. All in all, a gorgeous color, and I really love it. All right, now let's put her half up and look if I can get that same look that the sweet Alexis is showing. She demonstrated it on her head. I prefer to do these updos on a mannequin head and then put her back on. So let's go ahead. So this is my little half updo. It's a little messy and I didn't get it quite at the first time. As you can see, I had to try several times before I got it the way I like it, but now I think this is just the way I wanted it. And I'm really grateful for Alexis for showing us how to do it. And this is the way I intend to wear her. I hope you liked my review and it was helpful. If you haven't done so yet, then please subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my future videos. And there's a new one coming out each Friday. Now, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're well. Stay that way, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Or it's not that, or it's not, or since it's not that, Now, if you like longer styles, you might probably also like this one here, or maybe also this one here, or you just check them out both.